What's up, y'all? Been a while. Took me a little minute to post this, but yeah, here we go. Today we are doing a mold removal / drywall restoration. This property had a little bit of mold at the bottom of the wall, so we're gonna take that out. As y'all can see here, I already took the old wall out. Make sure you don't cut too far up, because the higher you cut, the more drywall you're gonna have to replace. So make sure you don't cut too far up. What I'm doing here is just prepping the area, taking out all excess nails and screws that were left behind. As we can see here, I measured out the new drywall and I'm screwing it in. When screwing it in, make sure you know where your studs are. You don't want to miss it and have to cover that with compound later on. After you screw it in, make sure you plaster it, some compound, some tape, some joint tape, and wait for that to dry. You wait for that to dry and you sand it down to be even with the wall. Position y'all crazy over here, but don't bid the comments, but because I'm trying to do work here. I'm trying to do work, and you gotta get the work done somehow. Now it's time to paint. Make sure you wipe the walls down to make sure there's no dirt on the wall around that. But it's time to paint. With white paint, you might have to go over it a couple of times because it sees through dirt, and I hate using white paint for that reason. But that's the paint the owner picked, and that was the paint I was gonna use, and I was not gonna go out my way to buy different paint, to be honest. But yeah, this paint was a little different. It was paint and primer mixed together. Sometimes you gotta apply the primer first and then you apply the paint. But I had paint and primer already mixed up, so that's the paint I used. Now my favorite and hardest part of the job is cutting and installing the shoe molding. And this part is only hard because of the angles, man. You gotta know your angles with this one. You cut it wrong, the bottom of your wall gonna look retarded. After you do that and you install it, y'all see I already installed it. The floor was a little bit not level, so you see little gaps, and that's where the caulking comes in. You gotta use the caulking gun, and I don't think my caulking gun was working at this exact moment, so I had to replace it. I had to replace it a couple of times, but this time it actually worked. The caulking wasn't too dry on the inside. You want to do this with your fingers and have a cloth on the side so you could wipe the excess off, but I didn't have a cloth, so my pants that was going in the trash can after this job, that's what I used as my cloth. And yeah, make sure you cut your the caulking at a 45-degree angle so it's easy to apply on the wall, and also so you don't apply too much. Make sure you cover all the finished nail gun holes. As y'all can see, the little black dots right there. I actually forgot to put the video of me installing the shoe molding, but yeah, this is the finished product, and it looks pretty decent. And y'all will see the ceiling. I didn't do that part yet, but y'all see the ceiling. It was a hole there, so I had to cover it. And that is it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.